Well, that's a way to start the video. Another deer right there. Look at that. 2 of them, 3 of them. One of them over there. Hopefully they find each other again. Alright, welcome back, YouTubers. If this is your first time to the channel, if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe at the end of this video. I'm going to show you around the town of Conneaut, Ohio. We'll start right here. We're on Mill Road. This is the Indian Mound Metro Park. It goes down by the river. Good fishing there on the Conneaut Creek. This is the Conneaut Creek Float and Fly. Right across the street is the Conneaut Creek. So here they do kayak rentals, and I feel like a few other things. But they've really improved this building over the last year. Old closed down bridge. A lot of people fish from that. And we're coming up on Route 7. That's Route 7 south. We're going north up into town. Getting ready to cross the Conneaut Creek. Great fishing. Steelhead. Back there they say there's the Conneaut Giants. If you've ever heard of the giants that supposedly live around Ohio and the US in general, that's one of the places they say they're buried. Nice valley here, Conneaut Creek Valley. We're gonna go Route 7 north, and we're gonna start out with going through downtown. So we are headed east on Main Street. This is the main downtown area. Beautiful church. So this is the fire department, one of the stations. This is also Conneaut City Hall. On the right we have a grocery store, Orlando's. There's a laundromat. Coming up to Rainbow Cafe, a nice historical restaurant. If you've never been to Conneaut, you should really check it out. Great pizza. It's been there for a long time. Again, downtown. Got your Snap Fitness. Tattoo shop. Marshall's Auto, great auto parts store. We're going to get back onto Route 20. This takes you over towards Pennsylvania. We're going to cross the bridge. We're going to come out right there. I got to look down to make sure my turn signals are off. So this is the bridge they put in, I believe, in the late 20s. To bypass Old Main Road. Overlooks the valley. Get a nice view. Right here's the Conneaut Creek. Can't see it from the bridge, but it's right under here. Some buildings for sale if anyone's interested. Gotta love election season. And we are turning on to Old Main Road here in a second. We are about a mile from the Pennsylvania line. Okay, we are on Old Main Road now. headed down. This used to be the original way you would cross the creek before that bridge was put in. It's a popular fishing spot down here. I'm not giving out any secrets because everybody already knows about this one. And there's people there today. It is October 2nd. Fish are just starting to run. It's just starting to cool off. Beautiful fall day. We are about 2 miles from where the Conneaut Creek actually enters into Lake Erie. Heading up Old Main Road over to the Eagles, past the Eagles. And now we're heading towards the lake. Okay, so we're back. This is Route 20. So one little section when you come into town, it kind of jogs north for a second and then starts heading west. See here. If you haven't heard of this town before, or you haven't been here, there is a ton of history in this town. It used to be a major industrial town. There is still a decent amount of industrial activity here, and it really has made a comeback in many ways over the last few years when it comes to tourism. We have plenty of things to offer here, and the factories, they're getting by. It's starting to come back. It's a beautiful strategic area. Dollar General, that's a new building. This is the Conneaut Telephone Company. You can see 1921. This is the old Cleveland Motel. Masonic Temple. State Street Diner. It's been there for a very long time. Passing the American Legion and the Conneaut Public Library that was built about 15-20 years ago. Now we are on Route 7 North, also known as Broad Street. This is going to take us right up to the beautiful Conneaut Harbor. So today I'm on my Husky FE501. This is a street legal enduro bike. If you haven't heard of them before, if you like motorcycles, definitely look them up. It's amazing. It's like a dirt bike. It's pretty much the same thing as the Husky 450 motocross bike, with turn signals and choke down a little bit. They just paved this road this year, 2020, a few months ago. Still doing some work on it. So yeah, this town has a lot of history. We used to build a ton of stuff here. They still do. But it's mainly known as one of the major, if not, I think the largest Great Lakes ports. When it comes to ships. We're going to go past the shipyard here in a bit. Hopefully this helps you out if you're ever looking to come to this town. Know what's around. You can see some of these other houses, they just fixed that one up. A bunch of them are getting fixed up around here. A lot of fishermen come up here, they'll buy a house for cheap, fix it up, and they'll stay there. Or they'll do the Airbnb type of thing, rent it out to other fishermen. So if you are a fisherman coming up into town, check out Airbnb. There's a ton of places on there. I got one as well, closer to downtown. But plenty of opportunities to stay here. The only hotels right now, main one is Days Inn. There's a couple small bed and breakfasts around here, but so that is Castaways. They have great perch, also great wings. Nice restaurant, you can eat outside as well. approaching the Conneaut Harbor. Coming up on another restaurant called Sparky's Place. Great food, great theme. These owners did a fantastic job. You can see they have the outdoor setup as well as indoor. Nice heaters outside, owners out front. This is a snug harbor. It's a bait shop. It's been there ever since I was a kid. Also the Moose Club. And we're approaching the Conneaut Harbor. About 60 miles across the lake is the shores of Canada. You can see someone out, maybe you can see that, hopefully, someone out windsurfing. Sakania Marina. This is Breakwall Barbecue. Great restaurant. Probably 10 years ago they opened. Right on the water. Great music. A lot of times they have live music. So the public docks on this side. That's a private boat club over there, Conneaut Boat Club. See some of the charter boats. They do walleye and they do perch out of here as well, but walleye's been real big this year. Waves look a little rough out there today. It's pretty windy today. You can see on the public dock side they have the floating docks, which has really been great last couple years because the lake the last 2 years has been at like record levels, like 2.5 feet, 3 feet above the normal. So these docks are all safe on this side, but if you look over at the private boat club side, over at the Conneaut Boat Club, you can see they're about a foot, maybe 18 inches out of the water right now, but this summer they were 3 inches underwater. You got your feet wet walking out to your boat. See a ship unloading. We're gonna go check that out here in a minute. Can't tell what it is. It looks like either coal or iron ore. That's their main items around here. So that is the Kanye Lighthouse. If you look out, that is actually owned by a private owner. It was sold a few different times. You can see how windy it is. This bird's just standing still, flying still. A lot of kite surfers out today. So yeah, 4th of July, they put a great fireworks show on right over at the sandbar. That's what I'm looking at across from here. We're gonna go down and check the entrance of that out. That is the Edwin Gott. It's a ship that operates on the Great Lakes. Self-unloading type of ship. And that is over at the CN Canadian National. This is the city of Conneaut wastewater treatment plant. Okay, we are going to head down to the public boat ramp. This building here, they are trying to get something in there. So if you think of any development opportunities, feel free to inquire. Again, Conneaut Marina. So this is the public parking for your boat. Also the boat launch on the other side. It's a nice tour around if you want to drive this. This summer, this whole thing was filled with water. That's how overflowed the lake was, overfilled. So Marina has gas on the lake if you ever need gas for your boat. Okay, these are the ramps. So I think it's still $5, but you just come down here, pay $5, get your boat in the water. They are concrete ramps underneath. It's a Lakefront Motel up there, beautiful views. Okay, if I remember right, we are on Naylor Drive, heading towards the Conneaut Sandbar and Public Beach, Conneaut Township Park. Nice pier right here. This area has definitely became wetter as time's gone on the last few years. This used to be a lot lower water level, a lot drier. A lot of people come down here and picnic, and it looks like they got it closed for the season. I'll do what I can to show you. So this is the entrance to the sandbar. Down where that shed is, you can kind of see, but it actually goes right around. You can drive your vehicle right up to the water's edge, camp out for the day, have a cookout, hang out. You can see some of these windsurfers out here. Sakania Beach. We're going to go to the entrance to that. Got it open. Okay, so right up there is Lake Road. You can access this Conneaut Township Park from Lake Road. There's a few entrances. That's the entrance off Lake Road, the upper entrance. So this park is beautiful. They take a great care in maintaining it. Nice view of the lake. They do hold events here. Our most popular one, I would say, is the D-Day event. A lot of people came to the conclusion that this kind of looks like the beaches of Normandy during D-Day. So we actually host the world's largest World War II reenactment here at this beach. It is definitely something to see. We usually get 20,000 spectators up here. See a nice view of it. They do a full reenactment where they actually have boats come in, drop soldiers off. They have planes up ahead. They put bunkers up on this ledge here. It's really a sight to see. Nice boardwalk going out to the lake. These are Conneaut Bluffs. We're going to go down to the lower pavilion. Plenty of spots to have a picnic. Basketball courts up high. This park does close at dusk, FYI, so it is a day park. Going down to the lower pavilion. There are public restrooms down here. Men's is on this side, women's on the other, just so you know. Nice boardwalk out there. We're getting towards the end of the season. It's pretty late in the year. Lake's starting to get cold. Bunch of other picnic spots there. Go down to this other beach access here. This is the closest parking if you're trying to go to the beach and lay out, go swimming. This is probably the best spot to park. See how close we are. In the summertime, this water looks beautiful, blue. Right now, it's pretty windy, a lot of sand in the water. We're gonna head over to the upper pavilion. So you can rent these out for events if you'd like. I don't know who to contact, but I know you can rent them out. People hold open houses here, wedding receptions. This is the upper pavilion of the Conneaut Township Park. Beautiful panorama view. Probably should have went out that side. That's all right, I'm on a motorcycle. This is Lake Road, also known as Route 531. This goes along the lake shore. So when they have the reenactment, they actually have camps set up all throughout here. Up top, down here, it'll be like French camp, the US camp, the German camp. And these people, these reenactors, they really get into it. They'll come up here for a week, camp out. They're in their soldiers' uniforms the whole time. There's medics, everyone. So that's the main entrance for the Conneaut Township Park up high. We're going to turn right on Mill Street. We are headed south on Mill Street. Some nice houses a little further back from the road. Another church. So this area, I feel like, is on its way back up. It's on its resurgence. We had a population flight for a decent amount of time, probably a couple decades here, but I feel like the last couple years it's really improved. A lot of people, ooh, bad fire, hopefully they're all right. A lot of people are really putting some time and effort into making this place great again. So Conneaut was notoriously a railroad and shipping town. Again, these ships that we have process iron ore, coal, and then they used to get it off by rail. This rail line takes you all the way to Cleveland. We're going to go past the old train station. This is also known as the Conneaut Railroad Museum. Inside that, it is open to the public. Inside they have a bunch of old souvenirs, old artifacts from this area. It's a steam engine. The steam engine was operational for a long time around here. My grandfather actually used to drive that locomotive. Okay, we're gonna head to the shipyard. I'll check back in a second. Okay, we are back on Route 7 or Broad Street, heading north towards the lake. They got that set up quick. It's only been 10 minutes. And we're gonna turn right onto Park Avenue. It's another area you might want to check out if you are up here. There's some nice condos here. This has been a few different restaurants. This is O'Charlie's, I believe it's called. This place just opened up. Beautiful inside. It's a bar. Bottom line, Biscotti's restaurant, great Italian food. We're gonna go down and see if we can see this boat. It's another bar, Bruce's. A lot of history with that. Okay, so we are on the back side of the shipyard, a little further into it. You can see this ship here. I'm going to circle around. You can see the ship unloading. The Edwin Gott. There's a bunch of conveyor belts that take whatever material they're handling up high, and then they can get it out the rail. A lot of the iron ore goes down south to Pittsburgh. This is one of the older systems they used to unload the ships. I don't know what those are called. Comment in the video if you know. I can't think of what the name is. That type there. There's a Turntable Bridge over there. That's actually where the Conneaut Creek comes out. And a little fun fact, that bridge, when they built it, it never spun, never turned from day one. This used to be known as the Pittsburgh and Conneaut Dock Company. Now it's known as Canadian National. So it is owned by a Canadian company. At its height, when it was Pittsburgh and Conneaut, it's had over 300 employees working for it. Now, I don't know the exact number, but you might see 10 people working here. They just, due to a few factors, economics being one of them, market conditions, and also just management of the place. Still processing ships, but nowhere near the capacity it used to. Old substation here. Okay, we are going to head north, go by a couple of the bars real quick. Bruce's Lakefront Lounge or Lakeview Lounge. Nice dive bar. This place is getting redeveloped. It's going to be, I believe, a coffee shop and a yoga studio. And 2 Airbnb apartments right on the corner. There was an old bank. That was the Golden Anchor. You can see the sign on the front of that place. Okay, we are going to cross over and we're going to look at another park. That's the Moose Club. They have a beautiful deck, also an outdoor bar. Sakania Arts Center. And this is the Lakefront Motel. Nice view. Okay, so this area right here, there was talk, I don't know if it with all the market changes like the Corona stuff going on, I don't know if they're still planning on doing it. I really hope so. But there's talk of putting a $25 million, don't quote me on that, I'm pretty sure it's $25 million, 82-room hotel down here, right on the lake. They're going to have conferences. This baseball park here, I think that's going to go as well. And this park is going to be sacrificed for that hotel. Personally, I'm okay with it. Nothing really goes on there too much. They do have one event around 4th of July, but that's about it. Okay, we are back on Mill Street, headed south again. Next stop, Kanye Library. Okay, we are headed south on Broad Street, also known as Route 7, passing the new Conneaut Public Library. This is the post office. We're going to turn right. This is Route 20. This is east and west. We are going to head to the west. The Kanye Library here, the old one. This was the Carnegie Library from the famous Andrew Carnegie. Stop, take a look real quick. It's for sale. If anybody has any business ideas, it's a beautiful building. Needs some work. I don't understand why the city would just put a new library up behind it and let this one erode, especially with the history behind it. Beautiful architecture. I'm really hoping someone makes that building great again. Go around to the parking lot. New O'Reilly's. McDonald's just got renovated. It's the backside parking lot for the Carnegie Library. Has a beautiful entry, very high ceilings. This is now the D-Day Ohio headquarters. Prior to that, it was a church. Go by that real quick. Check that out, Old Brick Road. Okay, we are headed west. This is the backside of First Baptist Church, Conneaut First Baptist Church. That is the Human Resources Center. CVS Pharmacy off to your left. That's a newer building, about 6 years old. Heading south on Mill Street. As soon as this intersection passes, it turns into Route 7. So this is where we came up into town at. Got a true north. They redid that one about 5 years ago as well. Nice old century home over there. Two of them probably. Okay, we are headed west. This is Main Street in Conneaut. Some big old houses through here. Nice little park. So down there is Sakania Creek. It's a pretty big embankment. And this is the intersection to Route 20 from Main Street. We're going to turn to the left, continue west. We're leaving away downtown now. So Conneaut really has been improved the last few years. People are breathing new life into it, putting a lot more money into this town, and we seem to be getting people moving here from out of state or other areas from the state, just because the real estate's been so cheap for the last, I don't know, a while, like 10 years at least. The real estate here has been cheap ever since 2008. That is the Sparky Stadium. This is a beautiful mansion here. This is, I believe, a current bed and breakfast, 12 or 13 rooms. You got a butcher shop on the left. You also have Heath Marketplace. They make great fresh food. Fresh hot sandwiches. This is the Dairy Queen. It's on the south side of the road. Beautiful colonial house. And we are passing Brown Memorial Hospital, or University Hospital's Conneaut Medical Center. There is an urgent care, also an ER. And we're going to head north on Parish Road. Almost done with this tour of Conneaut, Ohio. Freshly done intersection. They did this for some of the commercial industries around here. They were having a hard time making that turn with their semis, so they widen the road. Some old factories here. Vesuvius, I believe, that one's still active. CW Ohio, I'm not sure about. These are the railroad tracks we crossed over earlier. There is a train station in Conneaut. There even used to be one of those old turnstile type train stations where it actually rotated around. This is Chamberlain Boulevard. General Aluminum is down here. Independent Can Company. There's also a garage door. I believe it's Wayne Dalton's down on the end. That is Sunset Park. I think it's Sunset. It might be something else. It's the Elks Club here. Coming over to some of the nursing homes / long-term care living. This is a Villa at the Lake long-term care facility. And we're getting ready to pop out on Lake Road. So here's another one, Lake Point, Post-Acute Rehab and Living Center. Oh, we're back on Lake Road. See, they just put those signs up 4 or 5 years ago. Nice signs. They're really trying to market this place as a tourism area. They're doing a pretty good job. We're going to turn right and wrap this video up. Okay, so now we are headed east on Lake Road, also known as Route 531, headed back into Conneaut. Really hope you like this video, like this area, come visit this town. If you did like this video, feel free to like and subscribe. I do all kinds of different stuff with my dirt bike. Also do some van life videos. I like to get around, see different places. So yeah, if you like this video, subscribe, smack that bell button, and hopefully you'll tune in for the next one.